Dan Willis here, and we're talking about how to dispute the Experian Credit Bureau. And this is just to remove items that are on your Experian credit report. We'll talk some more details about that here momentarily. But we first want to share that by removing questionable, inaccurate, incorrect information on all three of your credit reports, and specifically your Experian credit report, that is one of the most effective ways of improving your credit score. It impacts your payment history, which is, according to MyFICO, the credit scoring company, 35% of your total credit score. So this is crucial, critical, and mission imperative. So this is how it works. Once you have your Experian credit report and you're provided that one copy per year, specifically with Experian every 12 months, you can request that at annualcreditreport.com. If not, you'll have to purchase it for a nominal fee. But once you have this and you identify the items that you'd like to dispute, because when you file a dispute, what you're really doing is saying, hey, there's an incorrect, inaccurate, questionable item on my credit report. It needs to be investigated and removed because it's, causing problems with my life. So here's the deal. You can file a dispute by phone. However, you're going to have trouble finding a number to do that, but I'm almost positive that you can still do it by phone. The two more common ways are by mail and online. You will have to provide some information, including the reason for your dispute, such as it's inaccurate, it's out of date, the balance is wrong. There's tons of reasons in the thing that empowers you and gives you the right to dispute any item you believe is questionable or inaccurate on your credit report is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA, and that was passed way back in 1970. That law also requires that the credit bureaus investigate consumer disputes. And here's the kicker, because naturally, once you file your dispute, you'll receive correspondence back from Experian, typically within 30 days. But here's the catch to credit repair, even with legitimate, victims of identity theft, is the credit bureaus first get to choose and decide if your dispute is valid or invalid. Only if it's valid will they then investigate the item. Otherwise, and almost always, even on legitimate, total, pure, rock solid disputes, consumers will get a correspondence, a message requesting more information. And it's really, the critics believe that this is nothing more than a stall tactic by the credit bureaus. Because you see, the credit bureaus are for-profit businesses. They are not the government, and they're not affiliated with one another. If you have that same item that you want to dispute on all three of your credit reports, you're going to have to file 3 separate disputes, one with each one of the 3 credit bureaus. They're separate businesses, they're separate entities, and they've built their businesses. Only recently have they offered consumer services and products. They've built their businesses collecting information about you and me and then selling that information to banks, lenders, creditors, because your credit report touches everything in your life. One of the more common and rising uses is employers are more often checking applicants' credit reports before even offering them a job, not to mention all the obvious impacts it has. So here's the thing. If you're doing this yourself, you're going to have to remain persistent. You're going to have to keep jumping through these hoops. You're going to have to do whatever it takes to get your dispute deemed valid, and then they'll investigate. On their investigation, if they can't verify the item, then by law, it must be removed. And to wrap this up, I'm sorry, but the credit bureaus are not easy to handle and work with. Even if you've been a victim of identity theft, no matter what the situation is, they don't want to spend money. Why would they? No business wants to. So what you really are doing with a dispute, valid, the most legitimate reason in the world, you're saying, hey, Experian, spend some money because, there's a mistake here. And that, unfortunately, is on par with trying to get a dollar bill out of the till at your local grocery store or gas station. It's not consumer friendly by any means. And what we could talk for much more. We're going to include a link in the description below to an article at our website for some more tips about this specifically. And we have a lot more information available there, including a free report, the 7 super simple steps to clean credit. Please don't give up. Don't just live with bad credit. This is Dan Willis. Please subscribe and join our congregation. Please have a wonderful day and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.